On today's episode of Watch JR Go, we drive the Avalanche we just engine swapped. What is going on, guys? I'm Watch JR Go, and today I'm here with this 2010 Avalanche that we just swapped the LMG 5.3s in. This one is running like a champ. It started on the first try, which is great. I know, right? Super tough going.
It's not heavy, it's just awkward.
Which way did it go? It was? Right.
Down. So much more gooder.
And today we went through and just got the hood on it, put the engine cover back on it, the hood strut, and now it's time to go put some gas in it and take it for a drive, see how she runs. I think it's gonna run great, and then it can go back to its owner, and I think he's gonna sell the thing. A couple interesting things on this truck. He lives on a dirt road, and that's what 100,000 miles of driving up and down a dirt road at 60, 70 mile an hour every day do. You can see that all the paint is just sandblasted away, which is honestly kind of impressive. Tires are brand new. It's gonna be a good truck. Can't wait to get some fuel in it. 30 pounds of oil pressure at idle when it's warm. Take it off idle. 1,540 pounds. That's what I'm talking about. Now it says service park assist. I think we're gonna leave that one alone because the sensors are toast. They were all hanging out of the back bumper, of course. And one of these is the connectors broke off that one. And I got that one back in, and that one's missing the ultrasonic sensor itself. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, let's talk about how awesome the Avalanche is. What's in there? First, the bed's lighted, which is cool. The bed light can go both ways. Like, it's got a clear housing that lights up the compartment. Pretty sweet. Some PVC glue in there. Sealed toolbox right in the side. Of course, the most important feature of the Avalanche, flip the seats down here. Flip this seat. The really cool part is how the back glass comes out. It has latches, kind of like the Corvette. Squeeze right here, pull down, and the back window just frees up, but there's a little spring-loaded nub there that catches it. And also, these latches have the contacts for the defrost in them, and then your glass goes right here. Flip that in there, and there's these locks that you spin, lock in your glass, and then you just go like this, and you have one very large truck bed. A little tough if you're in here, but man, that is huge. What is it? It must be 8 foot. It must be the size of a long bed. Because there's like 3 foot right there.
This is a drain right here.
Oh yeah.
It goes out. Oh, and it's a tow hook, or a hook too, for a strap.
Nice.
It's got recesses. You can just stick like a 2x6 in here.
Yep. Divide your bed, and you can make multiple levels with your 2x6.
Sure can. Such
a cool truck. And also it's getting detailed tomorrow, so it's gonna look really good before it goes back.
These channels for, I wonder.
It has a factory bed lock that slides into each one of those. So there's a bed, it's a hard bed cover that folds up.
Yep.
I just love that, man. Can you imagine driving around with an open bed? It's got to be super comfy in there. The way the air would just like kind of come in slowly and come back out. Avalanche, great truck. Too bad they died in 2013.
You could fit a full-size couch in this thing.
You could fit so much into this. All right, first drive, and the only light we have now, of course, fuel level low, is service park assist. And I was like, what is that? It's because all those sensors are hanging out of the back. So we're headed to LKQ to try to solve that problem. Old girl goes down the highway like a dream. Look at that. Straight down the highway, hand off the wheel. No lights except for service park assist. Really hard to put fuel in though. There must be something going on with the fuel fill hose, because every single time I would put the pump on the auto, it would click right back off. So for some reason, there's fuel sitting in the fuel fill hose there. Kind of odd. LKQ time, here we go. What we are looking for is parking sensors, a headlight, and the wiper cover that I left behind for the Scion XB. So, shouldn't take more than a few minutes. I figured I'd walk around, see if there's anything interesting here. Here's a Chrysler Crossfire that has been stripped. 04, not an SRT for sure. Missing all that Mercedes sauce up under the hood. PT Cruiser drop top, and somebody came and took the roof. Oh, it was a turbo too. This is the SRT 4 PT Cruiser Touring 2.4 turbo. Look at that. The SRT sauce is still there, but that engine is gone now. Full of water, I'm sure. Sad. One of these days I'm gonna find a manual, probably a drop top. It'd be cool to have the drop. This one's an auto. Yeah, we gotta find a manual GT with the turbo. Come on now. Be patient, I'm lowered. It doesn't look like it's lowered at all. It has a carbon fiber stripe that looks like duct tape on the fender. Here's a really bad looking 3 Series. Oh, the stock wheels. Man, this thing got destroyed. And it's a drop, and the roll bar is deployed too. Huh. I think I just found the only car here that might have GM parking sensors, an SRX. I looked at everything else. There's no new Avalanches, no new Denali's, no new Silverados. There's nothing here, but Cadillacs stay loaded. So, lift up this bumper here. It's got round sensors. Well, I'm gonna pry that thing back out of there. You just spread the 2 tabs apart a little bit, pop it out. Should be easy. I'm gonna grab 2 of those and the wiring harness from this far one, and we should be good. Grab the entire parking sensor harness. That'll work better because I probably need one of the connectors anyway, and I might be able to just swap the harness in and keep it fully complete inside the truck. So I don't know if there's anything else here we need to look at. Just kind of taking a walk around, trying to find headlights for the thing. But there are no new Silverados, like I said, no new trucks here, so I doubt we're gonna find the headlights I need. You know, LKQ keeps all the nice stuff. Josh and I had a long talk about this a couple days ago, how this game works at Pick Your Part. They basically take these things, and when they bring them in, they gotta drain the oil, pull the battery, drain the coolant, because they can't have any fluids out here leaking in the yard. And then they cut the cats out with their jaws of life, you know. So once that's done, they sell that cat, and I bet they get 80 bucks for the cat. They don't pay more than 300 for any of these cars. And since they're in the car so cheap, they're gonna get $10 out of the battery or something, and they'll probably get, you know, somewhere between 80 and 100 for the cat. And they've paid for the car already. Everything else is just free money that they're getting. Sure, they're paying rent on the space, but if somebody buys an engine, that car paid for itself like 4 times. Ah, an old school Escalade, like the one I had for one day, a GMT 400. Look at that. Does it have the, let's see if it has the seats. Well, they may or may not be there. Memories. The back seats are definitely gone. I popped in all but one of the sensors real quick. This one, the wiring harness itself is toast, wherever that's at. I don't know if you guys can see, but the pins stayed in it. It's because the other one had broken off inside that connector. So I'm gonna run home, chop that boy off real quick, and solder and heat shrink in those 3 wires. Super simple, super fast. Silver accents. I couldn't find black ones. Silver it is. All right, our factory one here has this split loom that's gonna have to come off. So I got the factory plug off now. I'm gonna pull the tape off of it. And then we'll just strip our wire here real quick. Take our new one that I cut off the harness here. I gotta get the electrical tape off of that one. So I'm just gonna unwrap it to do it the right way. Although at this point, I kinda wish I cut it. Right, there's all the electrical tape off the new harness. Man, those wires are brand new. So I'm gonna strip these real fast on both sides, twist them together, put some heat shrink on there, and solder them up. Then we'll tape it all back up so it looks like the factory harness. And hopefully the service parking system warning is completely gone. These ultrasonic sensors are pretty cool. I'd never taken them out before, but man, they are easy to work on if they fail. The only thing that's terrible is if the connector itself fails, then you have to do quite a bit more work. 3 pieces of heat shrink, 3 wires, and we are ready for some solder. It's cold out here, so I'm trying to get back inside. I think it was 50 for the high today, which wasn't bad at all. And then of course, it's dropping back down to freezing rapidly. Okay, it's sitting in there and the wires are all spread apart and soldered. Let's see if we've cleared that warning before I heat shrink this up. Service park assist. I wonder if there's something I have to do to reset that. There's probably a trick to it. I'll just trust my solder work and go ahead and heat shrink these on. Get all this wire shoved back in the wire loom, a little bit of electrical tape here, and this job is finito. And the factory tapes up the wire and then tapes up the split loom, so we'll do the same. And that should make it super clean. So much dirt back in these things. Okay, so now our parking sensor swap is complete. I started the thing again, and of course it said service park assist, and then I put it in reverse and it said park assist blocked the owner's manual, and then I was like, you know what, you are wrong. This has the backup camera in the mirror. And I backed up to my garage. Ha-ha! How close can I get? Oh, I only have about 1 inch. Cool, that's it. I fixed the parking sensors. No more lights on the dash. I called the owner and said, I spent $20 more of your money. There won't be any more lights on your dash when you get your truck back. And he said, cool. So $20 to fix all the parking sensors, and that all 4 of them. It was $17 for the harness and the sensors, $3 to get into LKQ, and one sensor was gonna cost like $44. So I definitely like going the silver Cadillac route. I fixed it. And of course, a little bit of time soldering. Easy breezy. All right, that is it for today, guys. The Avalanche is wrapped up and ready to go back to its owner, and he's got a new engine. Hopefully it lasts many, many, many more miles. Today was pretty fun. We wrapped up some little issues, and tomorrow it gets cleaned before it goes back, actually. On Monday, I fly out to SEMA, so hopefully I will see a bunch of you out there. Please come say hi, stop by. I should be at the Motul booth a lot, or just walking around hanging out and checking out the awesome cars. So thank you guys so much for watching, and please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. What do we have here? A big body Benz sedan, a S500. Man, this thing has been stripped as well. DVD player for the navs in there. DVD ROM player probably. Huh. Everything's out of this car except for the front seats and the door panels, basically. Guess the engine's still hanging out. I'd really love to have one of these. Such a good daily.